Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well today.
Well, I mean, aside from the strange grogginess that comes with waking up, speaking of waking up, I suppose we should get ready to do that.
I imagine it will be more interesting than just sitting at a title screen.
I don't know. Title screens can be interesting. This one's only interesting for so many rotations, though. And you know, I can't remember for the life of me what exactly I was planning to explore the last time when we ended this, so I'm just going to go up into the spaceship and aim myself at something and hope I find something useful.
Hey Valencia, how are you doing today?
Hey, I remembered which button to press to get up into the air, though, so we're off to a good start.
No, we do several games in rotation, so we'll do Suikoden next week. And tonight is Outer Wilds.
That's right, I think I was going to go for one of those, too. The Sunless City, if I recall correctly.
Ah.
Odd name for something so close to the sun.
Well, I mean, it's underground, so...
Nope. Oh, bad start.
Definitely not the Sunless Flight.
Yes, well...
I mean, these things happen, so...
They do. And now that we've done the Icarus flight for the night, let's hope that that's the only one that we do for the night.
Hey, Javi. Welcome. How's it going?
Alrighty. So, flight number 2.
I mean, we're well beyond flight number 2 for the entire...
Yes, but this is flight number 2 for the night, and I don't think I'll keep track after that because there are likely to be too many of them.
Yeah, most people don't do, like, a death counter or anything with this particular game.
I should hope not.
Awesome. Definitely appreciate the referral, Javi. Glad you could make it.
Hello, Moon. Goodbye, Moon. Alright, let's see here.
Nice. I have done quite a bit of pet battling in WoW over the years.
Alright, let's see here.
It's actually one of the big reasons why I keep getting tempted to play it again. Excellent.
Let's see if I can make a nice smooth landing for my first one. As far as landings go, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't break anything, so...
Which, you know, I count as a win.
It's definitely improvement.
I mean, remembering last time, I think I broke a lot just landing.
You've broken a lot just landing a couple of times.
And by a couple, we mean more than is Hearthianly necessary.
Right.
Alright, now where do we go to get to the Sunless City? Maybe I went to the wrong pole.
This is Outer Wilds. It's a space exploration puzzle type of game, kind of like Myst. You're just kind of put in a world and get to explore and try and figure out the secrets of it.
Although I don't recall, because I don't think I've ever played Myst. Does one die in that?
No, Myst doesn't have any death mechanics.
No death.
You can't die.
Death.
At least in the first ones. They may have... I vaguely feel like they may have added some death mechanics later on. But I don't believe... That would have been like one of the side or spin-off games, because the whole original concept was it was just a puzzle game, and it actually was deliberately broke a lot of the tropes of gaming, like death and
All that
time constraints and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like it's kind of an evolution from like the Zork games. Definitely, they're not. Well, actually, Myst is not nearly as deadly as Zork. This one is definitely as deadly as Zork. As evidenced by the flying into the sun. Yeah, they are. I played a lot of Myst when I was younger. I've played a fair amount of Zork, but I didn't. It's not one I played as much as some other games. I did. Oh, King's Quest. I played all the time. My high school computer lab had King's Quest 6, I think it was. And like we all played it constantly. I haven't played Infidel.
Now, I wonder what cut this particular canyon.
I always got the impression it was just natural. Oh, nice. Yeah, Infocom was a fun company.
Who needs stairs when you have a jetpack?
Are you trying to remember how to get to the Sunless City, or are you just exploring?
Both?
Okay.
I figure I'll also find other things in the process.
Fair enough.
The one thing I'm trying to avoid is landing down there and getting myself smushed by sand again.
Yes. Well, remember that you can check your computer log for the information you've already discovered.
Yes.
And I believe that includes information on where the Sunless City was.
Unfortunately, gravity is not on my side today. Although it's far better than...
I mean...
some planets.
Gravity, I don't think, is on anybody's side, truth told. It's just its own thing.
Yeah. And at some point I am definitely going to have to land on the sun station. That
will be a challenge, I imagine.
On the several times that I've tried to land there, it has been, shall we say, most deadly. Deadly, that's the word I'm looking for.
Suns tend to be when you get close to them.
Alright, let's see if I can find those trees in here before I run out of oxygen. And not puncture my suit in the process, which will...
That would be detrimental to running out of oxygen. Nice.
I don't think I could ever do that twice. Trees, the friend of oxygen. There we go.
Right as you started suffocating. Nice. Getting right to the edge there.
Yeah. Alright, let's see here. Let's light some things up. This was the Overlook District, Stepping Stone District, High Energy Lab Trailhead, I did not notice any difference in lighting there, so I may have to turn off all of the others just so I can see where. That might be why, because I think it's down underneath the sand now.
That does seem to be the case.
Oh well. Now that I happen to have more oxygen, however, I can go exploring.
Yep. There's quite a bit to find in here. I mean, it is a city.
Yes, it is at that. Unfortunately, it is also filling with sand.
Also true.
How they managed to deal with that on a daily basis.
I always got the impression that, because this place is ruined, so I don't think the sand actually made it down here when the Nomai were living here. Like the sand still had the like it still went between the two planets, but it didn't work its way down into here once they got this constructed. But over the time, it's been, where it's worn down, left ruined, damaged, etc., etc. That's my own personal take on it. There's nothing that states that one way or the other. But,
Yeah.
similarly, in Brittle Hollow, I don't think the Hanging City had to deal with chunks of it collapsing into the black hole.
They seemed to have a lot better technology for dealing with gravity, though.
Also
Did I
true.
accidentally open that on my way up?
I think you did.
That's amusing.
But yeah, I think the like, because when you read the notes from like their escape pod and whatnot, they talked about how the surface was dangerous, so they went below ground, but they don't really talk about like chunks of it falling away.
It detects ghost matter, but I don't see ghost matter. I'm not even certain where I landed. Apparently in a state of perpetual falling, however. Alright. Oh, that's not good. Alright.
Hey, you don't need to worry about the cactus anymore. Or, well...
Apparently I have certain cacti to worry about. Alright, well, let's... Which way did I come from?
That's the way you came from, I think.
Yeah. You say ghost matter detected nearby, and yet
Yeah, I'm not sure.
See any ghost matter. Maybe it's already been eaten up by the sand. Oh, nope, there it is.
Okay.
One tiny little spot. We can put that away now. Well, I guess I won't have to worry about getting smushed by the sand. May have to worry about landing. Alright. And a giant pile of sand. Alright, well there's that. Ship. That way. There's so many places that I haven't been into.
That's sort of how this game works.
I do remember, as I was drifting off to sleep for my nap just before this, that I think... Uh-oh.
You can't propel yourself up with the oxygen. You'll have to find another way up.
Oh dear.
Unfortunately, burning oxygen does not provide quite as much thrust as burning
Whatever it is
rocket
I'm
fuel.
oxygen part of rocket fuel is oxygen.
Well, part of it.
I suppose there's also nitrogen and other such things. Well, I guess I will meditate until next loop. There had been a thing that I was thinking about. The sun gets really tiny before it explodes. I wonder if there is a window in which I can search somewhere inside of there, but it's usually a very small window.
Yeah. It does collapse and then explode real quick.
Mm-hmm. All right. Where to? Well, I know there are many places on Brittle Hollow that I haven't been. So we're going to autopilot towards that. Since presently the sun isn't in the way. Although Timber Hearth is slightly.
Well, it wouldn't be Outer Wilds with you if you didn't do your grazing atmospheres.
Bouncing off of an atmosphere, yes. Alright, let's see here. Explosions. I think I lost my ship once to one of those explosions while I was down exploring elsewhere.
That is very possible. Moon meteors crashing into your ship tend to be detrimental.
Yes. Aha. Oh, the quantum location wherein I'm probably going to have my ship get launched away from me by a rather interesting rock that we currently cannot see because it has, as at normal, vanished. Head on downstairs, and this time, while there's still most of Brittle Hollow left, go and explore.
I'm honestly kind of curious at, like, the method of, like, oxygen cycling, considering you can refill your tanks by doing nothing more than
Existing near trees?
Yeah.
Oh, apparently that was just off into the... Oh, wait, come back. I could use you right about now. Never mind. Well, it doesn't matter what happens to my ship now because I'm at the White Hole.
Yep. At least you can get back.
This is true. I just need to locate the White Hole station.
It was right in front of you.
Match velocity is such a nice feature.
Isn't it, though? Makes navigating in zero-G so much easier.
Yes, it does. It is one of the technological things Hearthians have going for them. Which is, like, the ability to make their computers naturally manage to just automatically not only figure but match the velocity of... Oh, no, go back to... To have their computers figure and match velocity of an moving body.
Well, relatively moving anyway. And, like, some of their tech is modeled after Nomai tech, so...
True. They did have a lot of Nomai tech to figure out over the years. And we just stand here and wait.
I like your ship indicator just rotating around the edge of your screen.
And here we are again. Is this Brittle Hollow? This doesn't look like Brittle Hollow.
This is Brittle Hollow. You're just on one of the poles.
Yeah, that's right. I have snow.
This should look more familiar, I believe.
Yes. Much more of the I'm ready to fall apart presence. And I am wandering around in circles. Ah, hello! Fiendish asteroids. Apparently they didn't like being called fiendish.
I'm sure it was personal.
Very. Pretty certain everything in this game is out to get me.
Maliciously, even.
Well, with the anglerfish, I'm pretty certain that's the case.
Yeah, like, those definitely are malicious.
Alright, can we make the jump before landing inside the black hole and doing another tour of... We can, in fact.
You might want to refill your fuel tank before you go.
Yeah, that thought occurred to me too. Especially since I am using my rockets to constantly boost my jumps.
Yep.
Actually, now that we're closer to time... No, don't want to go into the black hole. I had noticed that the lantern over time had less magma. So I could orbit this for a little bit until somewhere presents itself to land. That looks a little too small. That looks a little too magma-ish. Don't want to put myself in front of one of those, that's for certain.
We sometimes have more people, Javi. We're still fairly new. We've only been doing this like a couple of months now. So we don't have a lot of regular viewers, but we do have a few that are becoming more and more regular, and we're getting there. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Definitely appreciate it. So, yeah, and we're mainly doing this for fun.
I'm definitely seeing more rocks now.
Still, certainly a lot of magma.
Yes. So I think I want to land... Which one was it? There are so many of them now. That one looks a little too jagged and pointy. Don't think it even counts me as landed.
You were landed, more or less.
I will learn the secrets of this moon. It will probably kill me. Not that that matters.
What makes you think that there are secrets here?
I'm pretty certain there are secrets that I haven't found on the comet yet. I just have to find a way to not get launched off of it in the midst of the point when all of its ice is melted.
Right.
And honestly, I'm pretty certain everywhere has secrets here.
I mean, that's a fair assumption in games like this.
And I think that's as landed as one gets.
Javi has secrets as well.
Well, this is true.
Definitely want to make sure you have your spacesuit for this particular celestial body.
Yes, there is definitely no oxygen here.
Well, those are the best kind, Javi. Like, I have secrets. Dirty, dirty secrets. Well, now you're here. What are you going to do?
Now that I have landed on this extremely hostile moon, gravity's about 0.3, that means I don't
That means it's
jump.
not going to take much to send yourself into an uncontrolled
Orbit, yes.
flight.
At which point I need to try and land without the ship's cameras.
Without lava hitting the lava. And
Like
without
that too.
flinging yourself out into the depths
empty
of
void.
space.
Or more likely, accidentally launching myself to the black hole again.
You're a fair ways away from the black hole.
That doesn't stop me, however.
This is true. Oh. Well, okay.
Apparently, your Final Fantasy XIV has updated.
You found the secret Hollow's Lantern in the pop-up of my MMO updating. This is interesting. Like, I never noticed that the lava level actually lowered.
Well, I mean...
This is part of why I love this game so much, is that even after having played it thoroughly twice myself, watching multiple people play it, I'm still learning new stuff.
Lots of obsidian.
Well, I mean, that's only to be expected.
Yeah, that I suspect is not the secret of this place. The secret is once all of the lava has drained, you have the perfect landing site somewhere completely else. Let's see here. We can conserve some of our fuel by not using our thrusters.
Are you asking about Shadowlands, Javi? I have not played it. However, Rogue has played it extensively. They're asking, got another 5,000 anima to level a building. Leveled my egg place once and mushroom ring once. What should I level next?
Let's see here. Seeds, mushrooms. If you haven't leveled your table, that's definitely something to do.
Yeah, Rogue has played that extensively. I have not.
The things I have done so far with all of the souls and anima that I collected is I've gotten all of my upgrades up to rank 2, so aim for that.
I didn't realize, I did not realize you knew him in real life.
Yes.
Cool.
Look, a perfect landing spot. So I doubt-
Cool. This is another game I haven't played in ages. Conan.
Yes. I also haven't played it in ages. I heard the last thing about my base was that it decayed.
Well, yeah, they do that.
Yes, well, somebody had been upkeeping it for a while, so.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I got kind of frustrated with WoW, just because of some of their mechanic policy, like the way that they developed their mechanics and whatnot and their storytelling. I was not a fan of what they were doing. But I played WoW from vanilla all the way through Legion. Played a little bit of the Battle for Azeroth, but that's, end of Legion and into Battle for Azeroth is where I started getting really irritated with it. And I have Shadowlands, I just haven't done anything with it yet.
There's that music again, and I have still not found any secrets aside from the fact that it seems to expend most of its magma launching stuff.
Yeah.
I've not been over this way. I don't think.
Yeah, that's definitely legit. Came back and joined Ren's guild, but then he left me. Sad. Ooh.
Well, I was going to die to the sun soon anyway, so.
Yeah, Warlords of Draenor was awful. The only good thing of Draenor was the garrison. Garrison system was phenomenal, and then the Legion order halls were only even better. And then they ditched that whole concept for Battle for Azeroth because reasons, I guess.
Well, Shadowlands appears to be making amends for some of their stuff.
Like the garrison, but it looked like it ripped the social aspect. Maybe. I never really played WoW for the social aspect beyond the friends, like my real life friends that I played with. So, like, that's me for most MMOs. Yeah, when they added the pet battles, that was, like, amazing. I fell in love with that so hard.
Alright, let's see here.
Like I said, that's actually one of the things that's tentatively luring me back at the moment.
There are some interesting new pets.
Also, Rogue's been playing Shadowlands and hyping it up quite a bit, so. Oh, that's a planet.
That is a planet.
That you just bounced. You know what? What would have been absolutely hysterical is if that clipping the planet put you like right towards the sun station.
It almost did. Almost did.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like raiding, downing bosses, that's all really awesome, but like pugs and general groups kind of suck for that. Nice. Says command table upgraded.
Awesome.
Yeah, I haven't done Skyrim. I've played a lot of Skyrim and Fallout, but not with mods. So, honestly, there's so many games that I have right now, and not enough time or hands to play them all.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, same here. Well, and Steam keeps just giving me games.
They'll
be like, "Here, have this game."
I I wouldn't complain about free games, as long as they're good free games.
Yeah.
There's the
Sometimes
sun
they'll do
station.
some pretty awesome ones.
I need to find a way to keep myself from falling into the sun while landing on that station.
Yes.
There's one question I have for you. Have you managed to actually land on it?
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Are you asking, have I managed to get to it, or have I managed to land on it?
Have you managed to land on it?
I have managed to land on it. There's actually a trophy for doing so.
Well, color me in that category of wanting to get that trophy, but probably not going to because I'm going to land in the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am going to land on the sun. Or I'm just barely going to miss landing on
Wow.
the sun.
I thought you were too close to it. I mean, you're now definitely too close to it. Wow. Yay for orbital mechanics.
Yes.
Yeah, I had zero doubts that Rogue would decide he wanted to land on that sun station.
If there is something difficult and frustrating, I will find it and probably... Oh, hello, Comet. Oh. Not too close. Not just yet. What's the... This may be where I fall into the sun. Or not. As long as I don't aim myself at it too much.
Yeah, your orbital momentum is keeping you.
Just out of... There's that.
All right, sleep well. You have a good night. Thanks for joining us. Javi says they're going to bed.
Good night.
Hopefully we will see you another time.
Alright, let's see here. How to land on that dreaded sun station.
It is very difficult, and
I imagine takes no small amount of skill and patience.
and not a little bit of luck.
Nope, time to abort. Nope. Fell in. I'm also certain there's a different way to get there. It's just finding that location.
Yeah.
Which on that note is going to put me back on the twins. I think. I'm gonna check my ever so ignored Wait, what did it add? Ah, the quantum moon locator.
A Nomai device created to track the quantum moon's location. The Nomai hypothesized that the quantum moon might be a form of macroscopic quantum mechanics. The quantum moon travels to a total of 5 locations.
Technically 6.
The Nomai noticed a strange wandering rock that appeared in multiple caves on Ember Twin's northern hemisphere. I found a strange rock shard that moves when I'm not watching. It emits a signal on the quantum fluctuations frequency. There is a strange rock shard in this grove that moves when I'm not watching. It emits a signal on the quantum fluctuations frequency. A strange rock shard that wanders when no one is watching. The Nomai determined that this shard is the reason objects in this grove behave in a quantum manner. The Nomai hypothesized that this shard is actually a piece of the quantum moon. This shard emits the same signal as the quantum moon.
Which is a wonderful sounding signal. Let's see here.
This tower held knowledge a Nomai needed to make his or her first quantum journey. Observing a quantum object, observing an image of a quantum object, these are the same. The Nomai called this the rule of quantum imaging. Remember, the other quantum shards have other lessons to teach. The Nomai shrine that wanders about the quantum moon. You have recalled the rule of quantum imaging. Is inscribed next to a mural of a tower on an island. Recall the image. The rule of quantum entanglement is inscribed next to a mural of a quantum shard in a cave. Recall the rule of the sixth location is inscribed next to a mural of a tower hanging above a black hole. I met a living Nomai named Solanum at the South Pole. The quantum moon is the eye of the universe's moon. At this location, the quantum moon becomes a reflection of the eye itself. The eye is likely the source of all macroscopic quantum phenomenon in the solar system. Solanum wonders what would happen if a conscious observer were to enter the eye. Solanum has a hypothesis that she may not be entirely alive.
Oh, which is actually the case, if I recall, because I think I found her corpse as well.
You did. I was able to land on the surface of the quantum moon. I found a dead Nomai in a spacesuit near the South Pole. A Nomai named Solanum landed her shuttle at the quantum moon's south pole and prepared to make the rest of the journey on foot. Visitors to the quantum moon always arrive at the South Pole, for reasons unknown to the Nomai. The North Pole of Brittle Hollow is covered in snow and ice. There is a uniquely shaped Nomai ruin on the surface. The Nomai were able to warp here from the White Hole Station. This is where they first recreated warp technology.
That's the White Hole Station. The Nomai debated building a sun station in order to power the Ash Twin project. The Nomai built something called the Sun Station, but not everyone supported its construction.
And there's obviously more to discover since you have not yet been there.
Yes.
A Nomai city built into the walls of a huge underground cavern. The city is divided vertically into 4 districts. The Nomai debated building a sun station in order to power the Ash Twin project. Several Nomai opposed its construction, arguing that failure could result in the destruction of the solar system. The Nomai traveled to this solar system in pursuit of a signal from something older than the universe itself. They named this source of the signal the Eye of the Universe. There's more to explore here.
Which is why I keep going there.
Chert has set up their astronomy gear on the North Pole of Ember Twin. Chert has spotted an unusually high number of supernovae recently.
That's because he keeps looking at the sun. Although I don't think he's in on the time loop gig.
No, he is not. One of the 3 Nomai escape pods that has crashed into our solar system, all 3 escape pods were launched from something called the Vessel, which was badly damaged.
Which I have yet to actually...
I found a cave with an anglerfish fossil inside, but the opening is only big enough for my scout. My children used to play a game in Fossilfish Cave. There's a way to enter Fossilfish Cave from Stepping Stone Cave. The entrance from Stepping Stone Cave is hard to see unless the anglerfish is fed a light first.
Let's see here.
I know my city is suspended beneath Brittle Hollow's northern glacier. The city is divided vertically into 4 districts. There's more to explore here. I should hope so, because you've not actually been there yet.
This is true.
One of 3 Nomai escape pods that crashed into our solar system. It's launched from the Vessel, which was badly damaged. The Nomai survivors who crashed on Brittle Hollow climbed down the cliff to a shelter site below the surface.
Alright, so I haven't been there yet either. There are so many places I have yet to go.
There was another one over by the
The lake bed cave.
The wandering rock was first spotted in a cave at the bottom of the dry lake bed at Ember Twin's North Pole. A nomai named Coleus mysteriously vanished from a cave at the bottom of the dry lake bed at Ember Twin's North Pole.
Yeah, I wanted to find the spot where they mysteriously vanished so I could also try and mysteriously vanish, but I couldn't find it.
We've already read these ones, but there's still more to find.
There's always more to explore in those locations. Alright, let's see here. Oh, these ones I have not read.
The shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. Two of the nomai located a fissure in the ice on the Interloper's sunward side. They descended inside to investigate.
Ah.
I found a nomai shuttle almost completely encased in ice. The nomai landed on the Interloper not long after its arrival in the solar system. The shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. There were 3 nomai aboard the shuttle. One of them stayed behind to keep the shuttle warm, while the other 2 explored the Interloper. Clary, the nomai who stayed behind, lost contact with the other 2 after they descended below the Interloper's surface. A huge cylindrical structure that generates a strong upward gravity field. I recall the nomai shuttle from the Interloper.
That is true, I did that. I recalled it, and then I went to the Interloper to see if that did anything, and it did not. Which was, shall we say, most disappointing.
There were a few more up near the top.
Ah, yes.
Esker's camp. Esker is getting a growing crop of trees at their camp. They seem to be doing okay, but they've probably been alone on the moon for too long. A lookout platform with a spectacular view of the solar system. Esker uses their signal scope here to keep tabs on the other travelers.
I.e. Snoop.
Rybik has set up camp at the bottom of the crossroads. Their excitement at being surrounded by so much nomai history is matched only by their terror of the black hole. Rybik is Timberhearth's only archaeologist. They overcame their fear of space to explore Brittle Hollow's treasure trove of nomai culture.
Not a bad place to go for it.
Rybik says you can't get into the observatory from the surface. They tried, but there's probably a path to it beneath the crust somewhere. And then a couple more in the center of the green, dealing with the probe cannon.
Ah, yes.
The control module recently received a request from the Ash Twin project to launch the probe. The cannon was aligned with a randomly selected probe trajectory. The probe was successfully launched, but the cannon's structural integrity was compromised in the process. Damage is detected in multiple modules. The launch module looks heavily damaged. There's a huge breach in the glass viewport. The launch module's viewport window is fractured, exposing it to the vacuum of space. One of the orbital probe cannon's 3 modules. The probe tracking module is receiving data from the launched probe. A nomai computer reports the probe tracking module as missing.
So I need to find the module.
Presumably. I mean, could be interesting.
Well, I mean, there are so many things here that could be interesting. In fact, I have yet to find something here that isn't interesting.
This is fair.
Let's go launch into space, and at all of those things, there are so many places that I want to go, but now I don't know where I want to go.
Yeah.
You know, actually, I think I'm going to go to the Interloper.
Okay. You having any thoughts yet on how all this connects together? What's been going on?
Not just yet. Well, I imagine there are many thoughts going through my head on the matter. It's just a matter of...
Nothing you feel confident as a conclusion yet?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like, I have a lot of different puzzle pieces, and I don't even know which pieces are the edge pieces and which ones are the center pieces.
That is utterly fair. And pretty firmly a place to... an expected place to be in this game. I was just curious, because I know your mind tends to work in...
mysterious ways?
I was going to say different lines than most people traditionally think in. So you have a tendency to like connect things a lot faster or differently than other people. So I was curious if you'd come up with anything yet, but
Not quite yet. I mean, hello, Whitehall Station. I think I need to manage to find just a few more things before I can let's try and land gently.
nice.
Alrighty.
So just find a few more pieces before you
Before I apparently get launched back up into my ship. Before I can really put together all of the things that I want to. Like, I understand the quantum moon has a lot to do with it, and the quantum mechanics, as well as the eye of the universe. I imagine getting to the eye of the universe is going to be what gives me a lot more information, or is perhaps the information I'm looking for to have all of the pieces, or rather, all of the pieces that I need to put together will get me there. I'm going to burn to a crisp, I think, as soon as we find the sun.
well, you're getting pretty close, so
Here's the fissure. Aha! Alright. It's just kind of... Oh, hello, ghost matter. Let's go the other direction. Hello, tree? Who puts a... Well, I suppose no might put trees everywhere because...
Pi, I'm receiving much stronger energy readings now that we're beneath the crust. Whatever it is must lie somewhere below, closer to the comet's center, and I'm starting to think it's more dangerous than we realized.
All of that ghost matter, probably.
Clary, can you hear us? Yes, but your voices are faint. I fear we will lose communication entirely if you continue any deeper. Poke, keep the shuttle warm for us, Clary. We'll return the moment we identify the source of the energy readings. I understand, but be cautious, both of you.
Caution is definitely advised. Let's go into photo mode. Oh, hello. Let's just... Let's die to ghost matter as I get thrown through.
Yup.
I didn't see a corpse there, so apparently they didn't have that particular death.
Yeah. The Interloper definitely has some dangers.
But now I am firmly invested in getting back down there. Grab the suit because I'm going to need it, because there's only that one tree there down in the bottom portion.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that there's not going to be there's not any oxygen on that particular body.
Well, if there is, it's quickly going into the tail.
Yeah.
Alright. Note to self, do not set autopilot yet.
No, bad idea at this particular moment.
Although, wouldn't it be funny if I did so and accidentally landed on the sun station?
I'd say something like, I don't think that's possible, but like the way the physics of this game work, like we have seen proof that weird shit can
and will
happen. So.
Yeah. Well, and knowing my luck, it'll be I'm trying to do something completely different and I will accidentally come across something or run into something like the sun station.
Yeah, that's also very common. Most of the other playthroughs I've watched involved people being like, all right, I'm going to go investigate this today. Wait, what's this?
In fact, I believe I've done that on a number of occasions.
Yes, you have in fact done that on a number of occasions yourself.
I think that's half the fun of this game is the ooh shiny factor.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sure you can see now why not just I wanted you to play this, but why I'm looking forward to Warrior playing this.
Pretty certain she will rather enjoy this. Okay, let's... No. Too fast. Gentle landings. Gentle. Nice. Every one of my playthroughs that we've had, it always starts off with rough landings, and then they always get nicer. Except for that one episode where I could not land for the life of me.
Just bizarre fucking ship shenanigans the entire time.
When I did land smoothly, it got blown away by quantum mechanics.
Or half your ship got eaten. Or you just clipped a random speck of, thing in space and lost half of your ship there. God, that was... I just did not know what to say or think about that particular.
Yeah, there are some moments where I have interesting things to deal with in my life, and that day just kind of exemplified all of the
accurate.
Yeah. Alright, don't land in the ghost matter. Alright. Scouter. Photo. That has ghost matter. This does not. Yet. Ah.
A lot of ghost matter that way.
Yes, don't land that way. Flashlight. Flashlight would be handy. It's like a perfect ball of ghost matter.
It does look something like that.
I wonder if that's the center of the comet.
Maybe.
It would be hard to determine. Looks like I landed on a giant shiny thing, but it looks like there are plenty of pockets where I could possibly come through.
But not really through that hole, because that was totally filled with ghost matter.
Yes, it was. Nope, 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 nope. I don't know. That was a lot more gravity than I was expecting.
No, you slid off the ice and...
Yes, and I used my thrusters.
Oh, did you?
Yes. I slid off of the ice and tried to use my thrusters to get myself back up, at least towards getting back onto that ledge. But that was a big no.
Well, I have every confidence you will figure it out.
Well, I mean, there is still plenty more to explore there. I think there was an entire new branch that I hadn't explored yet, so...
Well, I can definitely confirm that there's more to discover in there, which your ship log will also tell you, as it turns out.
Yes, well, we all have discovered how often I read my ship log.
Yeah, that is a thing.
Although the ship log is very nice for rehashing all those mental notes that I keep making.
Yeah, well, and I also very much appreciate that it acts as sort of a flow chart where it shows you like how things lead into one another.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's another thing that can help you visualize the structure of what's going on. Is seeing where different parts are connected to each other.
I almost feel sorry for my ship being on the sunward side of here. Almost. But I have exploded it far too many times and died far too many times to care too much.
Right.
Alright. Now, the waiting game.
You shouldn't have to wait too long.
It was headed towards the sun as I was on my way to it.
And it actually moves at a pretty good pace. It's just got a very long orbit, which comets tend to.
Yes. This one actually has a fairly short orbit, considering how comets usually...
Right.
But, as we have also discussed, this game kind of...
Small scales, the...
yeah.
Yeah.
Their scales are a little bit enhanced, shall we say.
Well, I mean, you almost have to. It's one of those concessions to gameplay that you would... Like, if the distances and scales were a little more accurate to actual cosmic
we would spend days just getting from one location to another, if not longer.
There goes your ship.
Bye, ship. I would say I would miss you, except you're probably going to fall into the sun.
And you'll see it again.
Yeah, well. Alright. Let's try route number 3. There's actually... Oh! Route number 3, not so good. Wait. Did I... You can actually pass through ghost matter and survive.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Useful information. Unexpected.
Potentially useful, yeah.
Yeah, I just need to find a first aid kit afterwards. You know, if my scout can go through ghost matter and survive.
Well, your scout is not living tissue.
No, and I suppose ghost matter doesn't really care too much about, like solid matter. I think it just kind of exists, so it goes through the suit, even if the suit is completely...
I see it as kind of a radiation type of thing.
Yeah. If only there was a tool that they gave me to remove those strange crystals so that I could,
Well, I mean, you could just wait eternities and ghost matter evaporates.
I don't have eternities before ghost matter evaporates because the sun blows up and time resets and the ghost matter's back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying there are potentially ways to deal with it, but a little bit beyond your means at the moment.
Yes. I want to know what quantum shenanigans are going on with my ship log. Because that thing updates and stays updated through time loops. I wonder which mask the ship log looked into.
I don't know. That one, they don't ever really give an explanation to. Again, I see that kind of as just a... hand wave for the sake of game mechanics versus...
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want an explanation, like... it could be a matter of, like, you updating the information every
loop.
Every loop. Because you clearly remember everything that you've been through.
Yes. As does another Harthian who has looked into the eyes of a statue.
Yeah.
And it's pretty clear that the statues choose who they decide to give that memory link to. Because the other Harthians had been dealing with that statue in Timberhearth for years. And the time that I looked into it is when it decided it wanted to open up its eyes and share its memories.
True.
Similarly, Gabbro didn't link up with the one on Timberhearth, but managed to find one on Statue Island on Giant's Deep, and that one decided to link up with him.
I'm trying to think if you've come across that.
I don't think I
element.
have yet.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't know that you have.
I know that I've actually come across certain bits about it. I don't think I've come across other bits. Bless you.
Thank you.
Alright. Yes, there is ghost matter nearby.
And you already fell down there and did not survive, so...
That is true. But I was trying to get back out. But I can also just... I could launch it much better than that. I Where the heck are you going, Scout? Okay, it has finally landed. That was an interesting series of...
Yup.
Okay. Yes, you're very useful with your bright light there. Alright. Photo mode. I'm wondering if the ghost matter I ran into here is the same ghost matter that I saw down that other tunnel. Oh. Well, vitals are critical, but I'm here in one piece.
Yeah. You certainly won't survive another one of those, though.
No. And that is another one of those. I think I managed to land it in ghost matter.
Not quite, but you're pretty close. You don't have the little danger thing on the Scout itself, so it's not actually in ghost matter.
Oh, so much to explore, but not enough health to get into. Alright. Nope, 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 nope. Well. And I have yet to find any corpses.
Maybe they made it out.
Only to die somewhere else, because clearly the scout got frozen in place, but there was only one corpse in that.
There's that. Yeah, good point.
Alright. Okay, you insidious interloper, I'm coming back. Hopefully my autopilot actually puts me where it's supposed to instead of trying to launch me past you like it did the last time.
Well, that was because you were going straight at it. You're coming at it from a better angle this time, so I don't think you'll have that problem.
Gotta love those retro rockets.
I thought you were not going straight at it, but apparently.
Well, I mean...
Although, still actually did pretty good.
Yes. Congratulations, autopilot. You have succeeded. You get a gold star for the moment.
Yay.
Alright. Back to the ice. And just kind of settle here. Contemplate the meaning of the universe while waiting for ice to melt. It's too bad I couldn't find any secrets on Hollow's lantern, aside from the fact that it had better landing spots underneath the lava, as I predicted.
Yeah.
There would be. Unfortunately, that was the extent of my discovery there. I wonder if you can land in one of the volcanoes there. I probably wouldn't advise it, given the fact that even as the lava is going away... Well, I think that's why the lava is going away. The magma is being launched into space.
Yeah.
Occasionally at Brittle Hollow.
Often at Brittle Hollow.
Well, I mean, it has to keep up its reputation as the angry moon. No, there's ghost matter that way. Don't go that way. Alright. Oh, there. That's right. There were other holes that I hadn't decided to go through. Oh, I probably should have. Well, now I'm here.
Yep.
Ugh.
Can I make a suggestion just to make this a little bit less aggravating?
What suggestion would that be?
Launch your scout down tunnels before you go into them.
The idea had occurred to me. Oh, that's the same panel. Okay, so those are both linked.
Correct.
Okay, can I survive jumping into here? We're about to find out. No. Well, at least not with how much ghost matter damage I'd already had.
I'm fairly certain you can't anyways, but I could not say for certain.
I have noticed that ghost matter popping up in a lot of different locations.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if it is connected with the unique state of... Hi, Moon. Bye, Moon. The unique state of this solar system. Since this is apparently where the eye of the universe is. Okay. Not as gentle, but it'll do.
Better than a lot of them.
Landing gear is still intact. I haven't lost my landing cameras. Heck, I even managed to drop myself, like, right next to the ice. Now all I need is something particularly warm to act as an icebreaker. Yeah, I'm looking at you. And the sun station.
Yep.
Well, here we are, trees and all.
Yep.
Goodbye, ship. Alright. That was definitely dangerous. Huh. And that's the one that I normally go into.
Yep.
There's ghost matter there.
I mean, it is having an impact on the scout because you can see it like reacting as it passes through.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to gauge to see if it has like a moment when it's thinner. Alright, well, here goes nothing. Nope. There has got to be a way inside that chamber aside from with scouts.
There's almost certainly is.
Alright, let's see here. Grab my gear. Go launching myself into space. Throw myself headlong at the interloper. Again. Kind of feel like I'm banging my head against the wall with it, but
I mean, you kind of are, but like, also you kind of aren't.
I'm learning new things every time.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass very close to the sun.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay though.
Okay. Autopilot did not do so well this time.
I mean, you're on the interloper.
Yeah.
Well, half of you is on. Well, I mean, both halves are on the interloper.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Alright, we're going to unbuckle. And I guess I don't have a ship for this particular run.
Apparently not.
That's
You probably want to get to that crevice quickly so you don't have to, so you don't miss it. But the random piece of your ship just careening through space.
as far as autopilots go, that one is 0 out of 3,000.
Would not recommend. Crashed me into a comet.
Yeah, I was just trying to land on the comet. I didn't want to crash into the comet. But I mean, I got here. I'm still alive.
Speaking of beating your head against.
That was a little more literal than I had.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna pass through ghost matter this attempt.
Well, I definitely shouldn't. That's for certain. But hey, at least I have a steady source of oxygen.
True. True.
And a scouter. All right.
I don't know what was like more amusing, the fact that you crashed into the comet, or the fact that it took a few minutes to realize that your ship was destroyed, and like half of it was the other direction, or the fact that a moment after that realization, it blew up.
Yeah. That wasn't what I wanted to do. I know there's ghost matter there. Thank you. I have successfully stuck this to my foot.
Ed did his clipping through. Oh my god.
This particular expedition, not recommended.
You know, the Interloper is dangerous, but like...
When it comes to the taking of cakes, this particular trip has done so. What is... I mean, that's ghost matter, I would guess.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird shot of it.
It's definitely acting like ghost matter. I don't know what to make of that particular reading. Alright. There's that. That's probably where I launched it through. quantum fluctuations. Well, I'm definitely not going to go find out what that is, but... Yes, that's very helpful. Definitely don't launch myself like that. Where are you going? Okay, being on the underside of that strange formation is not helpful. Nope, nope. Other direction.
Almost there.
But hey, I found out something new. So,
You did.
bashing my head against the comet was useful.
Productive in a certain sense.
Yes, and extremely destructive in the process. All right. Definitely don't recommend autopilot failures, but, I mean, it was amusing at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I survived that particular ordeal, at least until I ran into ghost matter, says something about the constitution of Hearthians.
Yeah. This is why you always wear your seatbelt.
Yes, always wear your seatbelt. I may have accidentally been launched to safety in that case, if I hadn't been wearing my seatbelt. Safety being a relative term, because the Interloper seems to be even more deadly than the Giant Steep was when I first started landing there.
Yeah. Comparatively, Giant Steep is kind of benign, actually.
Yeah! Aside from Timber Hearth, Giant's Deep seems pretty tame. You know, outside of the hostile atmosphere and the occasionally being launched up into space.
Yup. right.
Let's cancel that autopilot and do some manual control for a minute. I'm having some trust issues with...
Can't imagine why.
The landing was bouncy. The ship is completely intact, however.
Which is an improvement.
Alright, let's see here.
Alright. While you wait for the ice to melt, I will be back in just a moment.
Alrighty. Of course, as you say that, the ice commences melting. Back into this wonderful location. Alright. Get me some oxygen. Wander down the slightly safer tube. Ow. Alright, let's see here. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, let's see here. Where have I landed myself now? Oh, bye, ship.
Okay, so.
I want to say I've gotten somewhere, but I'm not entirely certain where here is. Oh, hi, dead Hearthian. Or not Hearthian, Nomai. I found one of them.
Yep.
They are growing ice crystals on their bodies, so I'm guessing they've been here for at least a little while.
Looks that way. That robe seems kind of ragged as well.
Yes. Alright. Now to do something vaguely smart. Oh, there's the other Hearthian.
Nomai.
Nomai. Nomai.
Poke, the spherical stone casing here seems to be the source of the energy readings. No, rather the source is what's within the stone. I'm detecting some form of exotic matter.
No, really?
Pi, the stone is muting our energy readings. They should be 10 times what we're seeing at least. Pi, I don't think we want this matter interacting with us. As far as I can tell, direct contact with it would almost certainly be fatal. I've never encountered anything like this casing, but it's all that's protecting us from what's inside. Worse still, this matter is disturbingly volatile. Pi, whatever the matter inside this stone casing is, it's more than just profoundly unstable. It's under tons of pressure. Look at this density scan. I've never seen anything this tightly compacted before. What is this? This is orders of magnitude worse than I'd imagined. If this stone were to rupture, the lethal matter within would rapidly expand, completely blanketing this star system almost instantaneously. And the pressure is still building as the comet approaches this star system. Return to the shuttle right now. The rest of our friends need to know they're in terrible danger. Leave your equipment and run. What are you doing, Pi? The more we know about this alien matter, the better our chances of survival. I will learn what I can here. Go warn the others. Maybe they can construct shelters somehow. Now, Poke.
Well, it looks as though the ghost matter happens to have escaped and gone through the entire star system.
It does appear that it ruptured.
Interesting. I don't think there's anything else to explore here. And as I only have 3 minutes of oxygen left, that's interesting.
Yeah, it seems to have shattered pretty violently.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the exterior edges. They are almost like a greenish version of the oh no, that's the interior. Okay. But still, almost like a greenish version of the quantum stones. Alright, well, I believe it's time to meditate until next loop. Get to my ship so that I can input these wonderful ship logs.
Yep.
Because no matter what, I'm pretty certain even being on the comet doesn't save me from...
Considering that the comet flies into the sun shortly before it explodes, not so much.
Yeah.
Ruptured core. I found the 2 missing members of the Nomai shuttle crew near a large ruptured stone that looks like it exploded from the inside. The Nomai traced the strange energy readings to a spherical stone casing filled with some form of exotic matter. They determined the exotic matter was both lethal and under extreme pressure. If the stone were to rupture, the exotic matter within would rapidly expand, completely blanketing the solar system almost instantaneously. One of the Nomai stayed behind to examine the alien matter, while the other rushed back to the surface to warn the rest of the Nomai. But unfortunately did not seem to get very far.
Now, I believe I have discovered what killed the Nomai.
It would seem that way.
And would explain why it's all over the place, but why Harthians are still around.
Oh?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, the ghost matter's all over the place, but it's significantly dissipated because, of course, it would expand and go out. It wouldn't simply blanket it, it would go beyond. So the Harthians had a chance to evolve and become spacefaring folk.
Yeah. There is actually another explanation tucked away in this game as to why the Harthians survived. It's not really relevant to anything, and it's incredibly easy to miss, but it is there. Which I can point out if you would like, but... it is more in the vein of a interesting piece of trivia than a fact that you need to know. But yes, you are correct in that the ghost matter exploding is what killed the Nomai, and that the Harthians survived the event.
Alright, let's see what we can see. While the sunless city is still uncovered. Hello, rock. Goodbye, rock. Alright. It's very easy to get lost in these caves.
Yep.
Or turned completely around.
Also true.
Though I'm pretty certain that's not where I want to be. You know, it would be nice if I could actually travel with those stones, like stand on one and then look up and then look down and then... Unfortunately, I don't think that's the way they work. Okay, that was not exactly how I was imagining that going.
I would have assumed that was the case.
This is the most interesting journey I have had.
Right?
Fire those down rockets. The down versions, yes.
Well, that was exciting.
Far more exciting than I was hoping for, actually. I wanted a slightly boring trip towards the Sunless City. Slightly boring. I mean, I wanted, like, information and stuff, but... Oh, that's ghost matter. Ouch. Hi, trees. Wait, trees? I don't remember seeing this particular grove.
You've seen it.
Oh. I have now come to the emergency escape hatch.
Yep.
Alright, now I know where I'm at. I'm hoping I'm not too late. I'm certainly very rough on this suit.
Yeah. But, like, for as haphazard as the construction is, it speaks very highly to it that it's as resilient as it is.
True.
Nice.
While we're doing that, we're going to come over here. And feed the fish a light.
You have fed the fish a light.
Yes. Refill my oxygen. Let's see here. That's Anglerfish Overlook. Stepping Stone District. Though... pretty certain this is the way to the stepping stones. Yes. Oh. I think I'm too late.
You're not too late for the anglerfish cave.
Ah, 'cause there's my scout.
Or maybe you are.
Yeah. Just a tad late for that. And almost late for my escape to all of this. Huh. Alright. Now that I know what I need to look for, I think I'm actually going to... I'm going to meditate till next loop so that I can come back here when the sand is less present. There are a lot of things that I have to discover.
Yeah.
Plus, I've only crashed, like, what, once?
Only one really good crash.
I don't know if I would consider landing in the sun a crash. It's sort of a burn up and explode. Hello, Moon. All right. Now then, to commence into the depths. Again.
And again. And again. The Sunless City is probably the place that took me the longest to find all the stuff in.
Well, they do have a significant extra time limit.
Yeah.
And I think I just fell.
You did just fell.
Alright. Okay. Where am I? Oh. Not falling again.
Yeah, hopefully that didn't eat up too much of your time.
Yeah, I kind of want to see a lot of things. Where the heck am I? Did I fall again? Nope.
The design of this game is just phenomenal. Like, how much they can pack into these relatively small planets.
They do pack quite a lot of stuff here. I've found a lot of information. Heck, I mean, just the comet itself.
Right, exactly. Like, the comet is fairly... the Interloper is a great example because it's pretty small. But it actually feels a lot bigger and, because of how the tunnels loop around.
Mm-hmm.
And then add in the fact that what you find there is incredibly important and momentous. And it just makes the entire thing feel that much more awesome and accomplishment.
Oop, gonna puncture it this time.
Yep. Ooh.
Okay. Prepping Scout for launch.
Anglerfish fed.
Oxygen replenished.
There you go. Now you got some time.
Ooh. Okay, I see my scout on the... Run through all my fuel just trying to get through the stepping stone cave.
Right. There we go. Levy, whoever it was when we ended last time is the anglerfish. Rule change. The anglerfish now has to wear a blindfold and do not peek. The rest of us, the little fish, line up against one wall. When the anglerfish says go, the little fish sneak across to the other side. If the anglerfish catches you, you're eaten. Last little fish to be caught is the new anglerfish. The old anglerfish gives the new anglerfish the blindfold and becomes a little fish. Why are we changing it? It's too hard if you can't see anything. Aunt Pie says real anglerfish are blind, so you have to wear a blindfold. The rule stands. Ilix, rule update. It's okay if younger kids don't wear the blindfold when they're it. The rest of us will still wear it for scientific accuracy and to make the game more even.
Huh. Okay, well, looks like they died here.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Huh. Well, if nothing else, the sand will help me get out. It's interesting that the anglerfish bulb is still
Yeah.
lit.
Well, the one that Feldspar was at was similarly active after it was killed.
Yes. Short burst.
Mallory, anglerfish study. The long growth protruding from its head is bioluminescent. Perhaps it used this growth to attract prey. A lure? Visually, the specimen appears to be of the same species as the anglerfish in Dark Bramble. We don't believe it originated from this planet. The anglerfish's digestive tract indicates death by starvation. An update. Melloray, while I was here making sketches of the anglerfish, I observed the children I saw earlier playing here again. They've added a rule to their game that incorporates our research. It's wonderful. I'm entirely delighted. It's never too early to appreciate biology.
Oh, good, the ship.
That's convenient. So, you have learned some things about anglerfish.
Well, I've learned that this particular anglerfish died of starvation.
No, my children used to play a game here. One player was the anglerfish and wore a blindfold. The rest of the children, the little fish, lined up against one wall. When the anglerfish said go, the little fish had to sneak across to the other side. The blindfold rule was added because real anglerfish are blind. The adult Nomai were delighted to see the children incorporate their research into the game's rules.
Nomai had a very interesting and rather quite scientific-minded society, it would appear. The Sunless City has more to explore. Who knew? Alright, well, we will explore more of the Sunless City at a later time, because most of it is now covered. And in fact, I believe it is time to meditate until next loop so that I can continue to explore the Sunless City.
All right.
Alrighty.
Once more unto the Ember Twin.
Yes. The Ash Twin only gets interesting towards the end, and therein lies the problem.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe I should have gone with the autopilot. Well,
Not the shortest run ever, but there is in fact actually a trophy for managing to die within like 60 seconds of the start of the loop.
huh. I imagine one has to crash rather quickly for that. We'll just autopilot now and deal with the hassle of landing in a moment.
Sounds like a good plan.
Better than the plan I had last time.
You didn't even have the Ash Twin getting in your way this time.
Hello.
Which I've had many a time.
Oh. Okay. Let's actually land here. My, that sun just looks awfully ominous all the time.
Doesn't it? Once you figure out that it's blowing up, then it becomes, as you said, awfully ominous. Especially when you're on Ember Twin, where it's just so big.
Yeah, the close proximity certainly leaves much to be desired. Okay. I still have to explore the hanging city as well.
Mm-hmm.
So many places to explore.
Yep. And all the time in the world to do it in 20-minute increments.
Yes. Let's try not to puncture ourselves.
Or your suit.
Oh, there it happens. Let's fix the suit up. At least I didn't puncture myself, just lost a little oxygen. That can be replaced.
Yeah. I think you did marginally hurt yourself, but it's nothing.
Not like the last time, at least.
It's true.
Ow.
High energy lab, 400 meters.
I guess follow this wonderful piping.
Seems like a logical conclusion.
Oh dear, the sand is already being a problem. Or maybe this is just... Oh yeah. Ow.
The sand pushes you down.
Really? Well. Apparently I poked myself too many times.
Apparently. Those are nasty cacti spikes.
Yeah. And time is definitely working against me when it comes to the high energy lab.
Mm-hmm. I do have a tip that will help if you'd like, that is not a spoiler.
Oh,
Just something you may not have connected. So it's up to you if you want to receive that.
I will contemplate it.
Okay.
Hello, Moon. Goodbye, everything. Another sun crash. I keep having Icarus moments.
I know.
And the sun station was not there to catch me.
No.
Disappointing. Quantum moon keeps popping up. It might be a sign. The problem is I don't know if that's a good sign.
Right?
And now for the race against time to really commence. We're just going to skip some of that particular path.
Whoops.
At least it was not filled with cacti.
Yes. Oh, wow.
That was uncomfortably close.
Yes. Giving me a heart attack there.
Let's go get us some oxygen. Light up the high energy lab.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, you kind of got to wait until they're
Completely.
firmly covered. There you go.
Oh. Aha!
Yeah, that section is kind of uncomfortable.
Alright. Well, I'm glad that's a down.
Yep.
Note to self, don't use the down version when I get up there. Oh. Nice little viewports. Alright. That wasn't exactly how I wanted that to go.
Understandable. Kind of a little bit of a needle to thread there. There we go.
Researcher Tide doing exactly what he does, researching, I'm sure. Or that was a meal table, whereupon he was probably researching. Alrighty. I don't know what this is going to do, but we're gonna do it. A viewport. Huh. I can hear you out there, Sand. Maybe if I read something about it first. Hi, Sand. There you are. Oh, and there's a scroll.
Pi, records show Nomai arriving at the warp receiver on Brittle Hollow very slightly before departing from the Whitehole station. Raimi and I are devising an experiment to test if this is a real phenomenon or simple machine error. Raimi, in theory, what we want to try to reproduce is a negative amount of time elapsing between something entering the black hole and exiting the white hole at its destination. Initial things first. Our experiment setup will first pair a small black hole core with a small white hole core to mimic the setup on the Whitehole station. Hypothesis. It is possible for an object to exit a white hole before entering the corresponding black hole. Raimi, an update. Our experiment here reproduced the anomaly in arrival and departure times, but Pi is convinced it's more than equipment. It is unconvinced it's more than an equipment error. I hope to strengthen the effect to render it visible to the unaided eyes. Pi, to that end, we've decided to try adding more energy. I imagine that Sunless City's energy supply should prove sufficient. Of note, Raimi, Yarrow requests that we let him know before we reroute energy to the experiment. All available energy has been rerouted from the city to our experiment. Raimi and I are about to run a new test. Hypothesis confirmed. Hypothesis confirmed. I saw it. Pi saw it. Hypothesis confirmed. This is beyond extraordinary. This changes everything. What a beautiful day for the intersection of abstract theory and practical application. I'd hate to leave him in the dark. You're overthinking this.
Probably.
I only say because there's a time limit.
Oh.
As I said.
Huh. Interesting.
Yep. Raimi, the Southern Observatory is asking if creating a 22-minute interval is possible. That is, to have something arrive 22 minutes before it is actually sent through the warp. We've learned the negative interval of time between departure and arrival can be increased by adding more energy to the warp core. Problematically, the energy required to extend the interval increases at an exponential rate. Hypothesis: creating a 22-minute long interval is possible, but we are currently unable to generate the necessary energy. Raimi and I believe it would be necessary to invent a new method of producing energy, a thrilling but enormous undertaking. We would also require advanced warp technology able to handle such energy. We would also likely need an enormous space to fit these proposed new energy and warp technologies together. The only location large enough would be Ash Twin. The energy is currently unavailable, you say. You're a gas pie. My pun was unintended, Raimi, so I believe it is you who is Airform. Pi, the Ash Twin project will be one of our biggest undertakings, metaphorically and physically. To build it, we need a way to travel quickly between Ash Twin and each location that holds crucial project materials. Root, what if we used warp towers, like the one we have on the Whitehall Station, to connect Ash Twin directly to each critical location? Yarrow, of note, each tower on Ash Twin will warp to a different planet. My gratitude to those who noted my imprecise language. Yes, the sun is not a planet. I believe this has been sufficiently clarified. Kindly stop reminding me. Flux, we can design each tower to visually reflect its warp destination. The giant steep tower, for instance, could resemble a cyclone, and we could model the Timberhearth Tower after a geyser mountain. Poke, Root, and I can begin work on this immediately in the Black Hole Forge. This will keep us busy. The high energy lab was one of the coolest parts of the game, in my opinion. Once you actually see that effect of the scout appearing before you send it.
Yeah, that was really nice. Alright, well, let's see here. They've got the tower there. That's gonna be the brittle hollow. I would guess that is Giant's Deep, Ash Twins naturally, Geyser Mountain. I'm missing something. Oh no, that's Giant's Deep. Either way, I need to find a way to use the various teleportation systems, which they say they have here on
You might want to double check that message.
each tower on Ash Twin.
Correct.
We'll warp to a different planet. Alright. Oh!
Uncomfortably close to the cactus.
Huh. I wonder, does this line up with anything? Oh. Yeah, it probably lines up with that one. You know, that brings up an interesting... Well, I mean, if it's a 22-minute interval, that would explain why the time loops are 20 minutes long. But I wonder if it would be possible to use that technology to increase the amount of time I have to explore.
You would need it to find even more power somewhere, according to what you just read.
Well, no, I mean, like, if I arrive before I leave...
I see what you're saying.
Like, yeah, you would need a bigger power source to extend the period of the loop. Oh. I did not completely escape the gravity of the planet I was attempting to leave.
Hey, Alina, welcome. Says her time brain already hurts. This actually does all make sense, but he's missing pieces still. So can't quite see how they all fit together yet.
Don't tell me I just landed back on Ember Twin.
You did just land back on Ember Twin. I thought you did so deliberately.
No. I had actually been aiming at Ash Twin this whole time.
You were locked on to Ember Twin still, so when you went to landing cam, that's what you were looking at. There you go.
Much better.
We're doing okay. Just having some fun, finding out secrets and mysteries.
There's the Cyclone Tower. Nope, nope, nope. Well, that was not my
That's one way to slow your momentum.
not my most graceful landing.
I'd be surprised if your hull wasn't damaged from that.
Seeing as the sun is getting ready to explode itself, of course. Why wouldn't the sun tower's door be broken?
Maybe there's another way in.
That's what I'm looking for. But seeing as the blue tinting is starting around the sun, or maybe that's just the atmosphere here.
There is blue tinting starting to happen if you look into the center of the sun.
Yeah. That means bad things.
Hey, Commander Cat.
There's that music.
Yup.
Good news, no more sand on the planet to cause me problems. Bad news, the sun is about to explode.
Elevator all the way up.
Well, I mean, I need front row seats if I'm going to watch the sun go boom.
Right.
Let's see here. Sun tower, sun tower. Way over there.
I mean, it's really kind of irrelevant, truth told. It's like, I don't know if I want to be that close to a sun about to go nova.
Oh. Just in time. Goodbye, cruel world. For a little bit.
You'll be back.
Yep. Yes, I will.
Did you remember popcorn if you start it with... Did you remember popcorn? If you start it within kernels, you can get it popped right before the event.
But not an entirely enough time to enjoy it. One might be able to eat one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, being anywhere in the solar system's a bad idea when a sun goes nova. Although, Hearthians apparently subsist entirely on marshmallows, so...
Yeah.
Popcorn may not be a thing they know about.
It exists in the flowers of those cacti. And since they have never seen those without puncturing their suits,
yeah, I don't even know if they can do s'mores, because I don't know if they have chocolate and graham crackers. Definitely missing out, though. I agree on that.
all right. Trajectory locked in.
So, you found a sun tower, and you found a way into the sun tower.
Yes, and I found things to read, so before I go making use of the sun tower...
See what that has to say.
Yes.
I'm sure it'll be interesting. You're starting to find some of the really cool stuff. Not that anything in this is not really cool,
Yes.
but like...
Although I have to say, of my... Oop. Just bounce off of it. Of the many different sessions we've had, this has probably been the most productive in the way of finding stuff.
That happens. Because you're kind of just thrown in with little to point at, like little to direct yourself, and then you start finding pieces and clues that aim you in directions.
Yes.
Near the end, I've noticed people tend to like start rapidly putting things together once they find a few key things.
Yes.
The Nomai successfully reproduced the temporal anomaly first observed at the Whitehall Station. Warped objects appear to arrive before they depart. The Nomai discovered they could increase the negative time interval between arrival and departure by adding energy to the warp cores. The Nomai wanted to know if a 22-minute negative time interval was possible. They concluded it would require new technology to produce the necessary energy, as well as an advanced warp core to handle those energies. Ash Twin was proposed as a location for the project. Ash Twin Tower designs. Designs for each of the towers on Ash Twin's equator. Each tower warps to a different planet, although many Nomai were quick to note that the sun is not actually a planet. Each tower was designed to visually reflect its warp destination. The towers allowed the Nomai to quickly travel between Ash Twin and all other locations crucial to the Ash Twin project. The Nomai plan to construct technology capable of producing a 22-minute negative time interval on Ash Twin.
The central chamber inside Ash Twin was physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell, and also every memory recorded by a Nomai statue is transmitted to a corresponding storage unit within Ash Twin.
A little bit like a Stargate.
Alright. You can commence pouring sand onto the other planet now. Please. Thank you. Other words. Giant ball of sand.
It should have started transitioning soon, right about now, I think.
going to get myself into a nice moderate orbit so that when things actually start appearing...
You can locate them.
Yes.
Seems sensible.
Oh, hi.
Oh, look. Things have started appearing.
Okay, I'm actually going to land not on and top of it because I don't want to do strange things with my ship again.
Do you really think you're going to manage that?
No, but I would at least like to have the illusion that I'm not going to...
Fair enough.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if I accidentally just put my ship in the path of the sand that's going to come and take it away.
Spoiler?
No.
Okay.
I do, however, know that the sand moves along this particular line. I just don't know if I parked the ship in that line. Or maybe it doesn't. You are the broken door. You are not the door I want. Hello, insidious interloper.
This is not the door you were looking for. Correct.
Oh. I may want to move.
Perhaps.
I may also be saying goodbye to my ship soon.
100%. You put it exactly on the equator.
This is not the first time that I have lost my ship to strange anomalies.
Yeah, say bye-bye to the ship. Yep.
Well, I mean, how many times did I lose it to the sun while I was exploring the Interloper?
Right.
Ooh.
All right.
There are cacti in the way of...
There are.
Somebody hand me an incinerator.
Yarrow, some time has passed since I checked in with you, Pi. How are you and Idea progressing with the Sun Station plans? Pi, presently my assessment is that our plan will either fail explosively or succeed explosively.
Well...
Pi, you know I don't find that funny. How curious. Raimi thinks I'm a gas, and I don't recall requesting that you monitor this conversation, Idea. I don't see what the state of matter you are has to do with this. I don't recall supporting the Sun Station's construction, but here we are. Hypothesis. Time spent away from the station would be beneficial to you both. I'm immensely interested in testing your hypothesis, Yarrow. That, at least, we can agree on.
Looks like there might be another way in? No. No, not quite what I was aiming for. That is actually exactly what I was aiming for. Alright, yeah, that's where I want to get to. There is a door there.
That would be that broken one.
Yeah, which means I need to get... I just landed it on the sun station. That's funny. Oh, that's... I find that...
That is awfully entertaining.
You know, there was a thing I discovered.
What thing would that be?
That as long as I line up with what I'm supposed to be on, I get transported to it.
Though you do need to be on the teleporter pad.
I've actually had it transport me otherwise, but... Oh well. Alright, time to find a way to get onto that teleporter pad. Yes, you're very helpful.
Are either of you two familiar with this game, or is this your first time experiencing it? Alina and Kat.
Oh, don't tell me I have to traverse the cacti. That is extremely hostile territory right there.
I'm just curious because I'm just curious because this is a very spoilerific game, and it's best experienced blind. So, at least in my opinion and experience. Gotcha.
Not enough oxygen here.
And your ship is a touch out of reach.
I need a way to get rid of cacti. Alright. Yes, like you. Stupid cactus. Yep, gonna suffocate.
Overwater them. Alina suggests overwatering the cactus.
Well, I mean, I could try and run the Ash Twins into Giant's Deep if I manage to use the thrusters on my ship just right, but
I don't think your thrusters are going to be enough to dislodge a planet from its orbit.
no.
At least, thus far, your experiments of altering planetary orbits by impacting them have proven.
More detrimental to me than to the planet.
Correct.
Or its orbit.
Got about one cycle left tonight before we're at our time. Curious if you'll manage to get to the sun station before that happens.
Well, I'm going to try.
I figured you were going to try. Yeah, you need a hatchet for those cacti. Yeah, have not found a hatchet yet.
For a planet that is covered in trees, hatchets seem to be in low supply. Okay, note to self, do not park on equator. Hello, Moon. I am traveling precisely on the equator.
Yep. Hi, kitty.
Okay. That is not on the equator.
We're almost done. Cat just jumped up, curled up in my lap, and is kind of pointedly being like, you guys are not providing enough laps and attention for me. He's getting better, actually, at landings than he has been. Like, no easy landings for this, are there? Always seem to be a crash landing.
Yeah. Crash landing is almost... I think it's more of an achievement to not crash land. Since you're joining us later in the stream, I would suggest, if you really want to see some fun crashing, go and watch my interesting head-on collision with the Interloper.
Yeah, that one was fun.
That one was fun.
You should be able to start seeing the top of the sun station, or the sun tower, pretty soon here.
Yes. Although that still doesn't help me bypass its cacti.
No. But
I do, however, just want to go and visit the South Pole for no particular reason.
fair enough. It was a little bit like that. Not that I have had that experience personally, but sounds like sounds kind of like when you're driving and all of a sudden you're blindsided. It was a little bit like that. Just crashed right into the interloper. It was very dramatic.
Very dramatic. Oh, hey.
I think you've read these ones already, but I don't remember.
I have not, because I don't think I have collected this scroll.
Maybe there's a way to travel through the planet to get to the sun tower from the other side.
Is that what they are saying?
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, I hope I don't accidentally land on a cactus as this is coming down.
This is very bad for my production at work.
Nope, 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 nope. We are not going to Ember Twin. Bad sand.
I think you shouldn't be able to get to the reading wall now, though. Or maybe you have to wait a little bit longer, because I think it was one level down. Yeah. It's in the room beneath you. Fuzzy cat is shedding.
Well, that's like saying the sun's going to explode.
I suppose that's fair. There's an idea. Yeah, there's a reading wall over here too.
Yep. But first, I'm gonna go get some oxygen. I think that sounds like a really good idea right about now.
Probably wouldn't hurt.
And since I parked my
breathing is useful.
Yeah. Since I parked my ship right here, let's refuel too. We may need that.
Heal yourself from that abrupt landing as well.
Yeah. Oh. Alright. Drop that scroll there.
I figured, Alina. Just I was petting him and my hand was getting covered in fur. So.
Alright.
Friends visiting from the Hanging City, we are planning the Ash Twin project at the High Energy Lab on Ember Twin's equator. I have become lost on Ember Twin, my gratitude that Remy found me, but the High Energy Lab is the building with the large solar panels. I'm surprised I didn't see it. Ow. That was not necessary. I imagine our otherwise immensely clever Kone would lose his own head if it weren't anatomically impossible.
Okay. Let's see here.
That was unhelpful. He did actually read that a little while ago and already found the lead it directs him to. That was also earlier this session, in fact.
Oh. I didn't notice you before.
Oh, I'm surprised. You walked right past it 3 times.
I was busy dealing with other things, and I don't want to stand on that pad when it starts glowing.
My cat likes to help with work by walking across my keyboard. Yeah, been there.
Okay. To attempt the gauntlet or not to attempt the gauntlet.
It's going to be brutal either way, I think. Well, if you attempt it.
Yeah.
It's too bad you can't save right here. Yeah, no. No save stating in this one.
There is a save state, but It's the start of the time loop.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's all cacti.
That didn't go well. Yeah, no, definitely did not.
Suit puncture detected. No.
I'm really curious what actually killed you there. We can probably do one more cycle if you want to try it again.
Alright, we will attempt one more.
Yeah, yeah, I'm really curious what actually killed you, the lack of oxygen or the cacti spikes.
It was the cacti spikes because I didn't inhale deeply when I
You were
woke
starting
up.
to. There was inhaling.
Well, yes, but when you wake up, you...
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because when you woke up, you weren't gasping for breath. So, good point. There is a way to deal with the Melina, yes.
Yes, cover them in sand. I wonder what ghost matter would do to them. If only I could harness that.
Right. Firing retro rockets. Autopilot complete. Ember Twin in the way.
Ember Twin is intercepting my course. Here we are approaching exactly at the equator again. Well, almost exactly.
You're a little off, but yeah.
Yes, and now we are going to be a lot off of the equator. I am not really fond of all of the... Okay, land. Stay. Stay. I don't care which tower we are close to. Just stay on the surface here. Ah! I do have to note that Harthian lift technology looks a lot more wobbly than Nomai
Yeah.
tech.
There's a lot of little touches like that in this game that are very easy to miss. Like if you look, you know the Nomai writing that like is by kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot bigger and rougher than the
Yes.
ones that the adults use.
Yes, the adults do have a much finer print. Now that you mention
You should
it.
start being able to see the towers by now.
All right. Now the question is, which part of the equator do I not want to be at right now? Actually, let's go and get some oxygen first. That part of the equator. That is where I don't want to be right now. Huh. I wonder if that harnesses solar power.
The
tower, yeah.
Yeah, well, it said in the writing that's the high energy lab.
Ah, yes.
It's got solar panels. So yes, that is correct.
Need to make our way more equator-esque than I am. Alrighty. I will eventually get to the sun station or die trying repeatedly. Just gonna offset my walking path a little bit. Hello, Quantum Moon. Currently in orbit around Timber Hearth.
Perhaps Cat. I'm not going to pass that on to Rogue because he didn't want backseating. Not that I think you're trying to, but he's consistently and specifically wanted to figure out things himself. You're good. You're fine. I'm just not going to mention that particular comment.
Yes, my eyes actually are very far away from the screen where all of the chat can be seen.
Man, that tower's being elusive this time. Usually you're right on top of it. Oh, here we go. Okay. You just took the long way around the planet to it.
Well, I mean... Alright, now... to deal with cacti. The one thing I wanted to try and do, actually, was because the little orbs that open the doors tend to follow commands from, like, something visually activating it.
Uh-huh.
I was going to see if I could get the camera to move the thing for me. Unfortunately, it's too far away, I think, to deal with. Oh, I need to be inside real quick. Alright.
Hazard.
No.
Your scout's like, these hurt.
Alright. You know? This might be something that I have to attempt when the room is still partially full of sand. So what I shall do is next time I will try and remember to come to Ash Twin and get to the sun station, or the sun tower, early enough that I can make use of the sand inside. If I can even get inside while it's still covering enough of the... I don't know, does that work? Because that's raised. And that... Okay. Does not create a thing on which I can...
Yeah, I don't think you can stand on it.
Nope.
There's at least one spot there that's not covered in cacti.
Yes. Unfortunately, getting to that requires me to go through cacti.
True.
I really did take the long way around. My ship's like right there.
Yep. Smack.
Alright. Oh dear. Goodbye, ship. Again. That seems to happen so often.
Yeah, you are kind of brutal on your ship. It's a good thing you're in a time loop.
Yeah. Alright.
Could you imagine if you were having to, like, pay to replace your ship regularly or keep hold of it?
More dead Nomai. Huh. Well,
Made it to Giant Steep.
yes.
And back to Ash Twin.
Just in time for sand. Just experimenting at this point.
No, that's totally fair. Makes sense.
The more I know about the pads and how they work, the better. Ooh. Don't know if I've read this writing before.
Clary, here's the first delivery. Yarrow, 1 warp core fresh from the Black Hole Forge. Root is installing this core's sibling on Brittle Hollow as I write this. My gratitude, Clary. With this, the Ash Twin project is underway. I confess I'm deeply curious about what you and Poke found on the Whitehall Station that started this project. Could I visit sometime to learn more? I recommend you do. The Whitehall Station is the model for the towers being built for the Ash Twin project, so a visit to the station would be doubly useful. I suppose, more precisely, I would like to visit the Whitehall Station with you, Clary. Yarrow, stop using this scroll wall to flirt with my sister. In romantic matters, her density rivals the neutron stars, and go meet her on the Whitehall Station. I'd be happy to explain our findings. I wish I could wait here for you to arrive, but the forge and my unfinished work there is calling. I'll return with more materials soon.
Now I know the black hole core. Oh. Oxygen. And
Black Hole Forge, left 30 meters.
huh.
Be cautious near the porting area while the Black Hole Forge is in operation.
I'm missing a stone. Now I have to go find a tablet.
Black Hole Forge, north 40 meters. Exit to surface.
Alright. Ah, this is where I've been before. The hanging city itself was blocked off. And that music is going to be playing pretty soon.
Yup. Are you trying to launch a scout into the sun?
Yes. Doesn't seem to have made it there.
No, not quite. When the sun explodes, there is no one to hear you scream. Or care.
Well, that's not entirely true. You can hear yourself scream. And you may or may not care.
It's really hard to say. I mean, you've been through like 40-some cycles or so, I'd guess.
At least.
You've probably gotten pretty used to it by now.
Alright, so next time, try to get in there before the sand has completely gone underneath. Otherwise, There may not be a way to actually get there.
Sounds like a plan. All right, well, thank you for joining us. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you're having a good one otherwise. And we will see everyone next time, where maybe we will reach the sun station. I suspect in 4 hours we'll probably manage it.
I should hope so. That or I will get distracted with something entirely different.
Also possible. Anyways, with that, we bid you farewell.
Good night, everybody.